Welcome on back. Oop, almost forgot. Delicious. Got a nice fresh cup of mint tea. I think we will put this silly puzzle behind us. Hey, Sigma, welcome on by. If I watch the streamers play this game, only plays that. It certainly is a very nice, cozy game. I think I've kind of whiffed on my Monday games the last couple times, just because I like playing stuff that's a bit more comfy, a bit more nostalgic. Because Mondays are Mondays, am I right? And you know, it may be a bit of a brain burner at times, but I find puzzles to be quite soothing, actually. Plus, the fact that a lot of it reminds me of Talos Principle is a huge plus in my book. I think the only thing that's been a little bit of a bugger has been the fact that I have not found the lore stuff all in order. And if you have an open world game, you need to think very carefully about where you put like lore drop segments, because finding things out of order is a bit silly. All right, so we've finished the first part of here. But we have the bonuses, and we go for full clears in this ziggurat. Could probably open the door. Yeah. I think the better way to handle it, honestly, is separating the lore drops from being in very specific places and making them generalized. So instead of being like, where's fucking button? I swear to dog, I know where the buttons are. Instead of being like the voice of Aurora, part 1, part 2, part 2, you know, instead of it being in discrete places, it's like the first auroral you get will be part 1, the second one you get will be etc. So it's like tying it to the number you've found in that collection more so than the specific lore in a specific place. I think would help a lot. The fuck are you? You son of a bitch. The gates are coming from outside the glass prison. Oh, what's over here? Always explore out of bounds. Ah! Labyrinth jump scare. Okay. Letters 101. Nice. I don't know why that would be so funny. It's just a nice little binary. You know, it's hold on. 1, 2, 4. Yeah, it's just a 5. That's the sandbox puzzle cycle daily. Oh, okay. I get it. I'm just being cheeky. We do nerd stuff here, so it can look like binary 101. Just the ones don't have any kerning. Or not kerning, serifs. Serifs, or it's not just sans serif, but sans, there's another typography term to describe like it not having all sorts of like fanciness on the character. I certainly wondered how things rotated, because this is only my second time playing. I played it for the first time last week. And I wasn't sure if it's a like weekly cycle or a daily cycle, which certainly makes it very interesting as far as how they build the progression in the game. Especially with like these sort of enclaves, which I've kind of been thinking of as like dungeons, is they seem to be very static. But then in the main hub, we do find various stuff turned on and off. My tea is still too hot. So if I want this to mirror, it's gonna have to be a dot, dot, a dot, dot, it's a dot, dot, and I don't think this is right. I feel like this is wrong. I feel like this is gonna start inverting. Because we see dark, dark, light, 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 light. No? Wait, that's a dark. Mother of dog. Yeah, static dungeons randomly sample over words. It's an interesting side choice. I think it works pretty well, except for maybe getting new players a little too sidetracked. Yeah, you have an open world. I'm just like, ooh, shiny, ooh, shiny. Even like on my first day, even though we had the quest to go and unlock the puzzle, I'm just like, oh wait, but then there's this thing I want to do real quick, and I don't want to forget about it. So let me just go ahead and do this real quick. I'm very distractible. Although thankfully, with the variety of puzzles in the game, it does make it nice that you can just ignore ones that aren't your vibe. Like, Vista finding is not something I'm good at. I tend to get frustrated very fast on them. So I know I can just ignore all those puzzles and I can continue on messing with other things. Now these patterns, I like patterns. Some of these patterns though, they're a bit of a brain burner, I tell you what. This one is very silly. We have all of these set. We have this weird little zigzag going on. We need to do a zigzag here. And it looks like we have another 0 over here. What if we make it like this? And we think about it. So then this would be... Let's just do all of these as white. Well, that's not correct. But I had to give it a try. If I do... No. A hint. That's wrong. Interesting. 4-star puzzle. Yeah. So my need to full clear these enclaves is going to be a problem because I saw there's a lot of like 5 stars and 4 stars in here, and I had to brute force the 5-star I saw because it doesn't make sense. I even with it solved, I don't understand the pattern it's implying. This one is also, what is this? This is only a 3. Okay, this is the hardest 3-star I've run into. This is so weird because like we got these circles and it's got this middle section that's just kind of a giant fuck you to any kind of pattern. Actually, hold on. Alright, wait. If I rotate my view. So, could I make... Man, the camera does not like me doing this. Could do dark there, but then we hit the white, so I can't... No. This has to be dark. That's what the hint said. this one's dark. So is this gonna be dark too? And then... That's wrong. Okay, so that's white. So if that's white, is it making like this sort of thing? Make it sort of like this. Okay. Okay, I see how it's a mirror. The alignment of things, though, that it did not do a very good job of implying the situation. What did the... I really need to remember to get the fucking redeem can working, or like, so I'm aware that it happens. That's why I try and attach a sound effect to most every redeem, because especially if I'm focusing on something, it's hard for me to see when something happens. But thanks for the cold one, Phantom Knight. I hope you're having a fantastic Monday. Blocks aren't symmetrical, which makes it feel wrong. Yeah. It made it pretty hard to visualize. I mean, it looks nice. You know, we got a bit of a goober right here. You know, little eyes, little scrungly mouth. Blip, blip. Hey, Hydnelium Witch, welcome on by. I am doing fine and fanned.
I drink the water, or something, and then I have to go put the water somewhere else 5 minutes later. All hours of the day,
hours of the night,
all hours of the night. No matter what I'm doing, my life is interrupted by
piss. Thank you for the rare hydrate. Congratulations on hitting that. Remember, if you've got to hydrate, that just means you can hydrate some more. Yes, we're doing some nice, cozy puzzle solving, which feels so much more achievable than the puzzles that is work, and I find that pleasing because I am actually making progress on these. Oh, that's fucking puzzles with menacing auras, this 5-star over here. Yeesh. Help! I seem to have fallen. I don't know how to get up. Da 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 da. I see an archway over this way, so let's go and touch it. Hey, we got ourselves a mirabilis. Get all them hidden archways. It's too easy, I tells ya. Too easy. Alright, now this maze is kind of big, it seems. So we can drop down here. Here I go, falling again. Down, down into the space. Baby, we're going down. Wormin'. I'm #1 in the ziggurat. A loaded wand, you flick it and throw it. You just go down, down. Try to ad-lib the song, but I feel like mixed results. I'm not gonna lie, mixed results. I spy with my wormy eye a whole bunch of spoopy glass. The spoopy glass for my big ol' ass. Gotta find... Wait a minute. It's another archway! Oh, that didn't like that at all. Oh, that doesn't like it at all. Well, welcome, Raiders. I seem to have been turned into a slideshow. Love it when that happens. Oh, thanks for the random bullshit. Oh, it's a Dreki dog. Delicious. Delicious. Welcome to the Ziggurat, Maverick Hunter. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Replay. Ooh, Alien Isolation? Ooh. Well, if you are done getting spooked, I hope you have a fine time relaxing here in the Ziggurat with all these delicious puzzles we are chewing on. If y'all don't know me, I'm Dreki Ormer, the draconic serpent, the flightless dragon, or simply worm on the internet. Oh, you finished Alien. I see. Well, I'm glad, you know, isolation, you know, are practicing safe COVID practices. You know, good job isolating yourself. I assume the game is about putting masks on aliens so they stay, you know, nice and safe. Hey, kitty bugs. Welcome by. I am currently lost as Fuchsia, trying to find out where this wants me to go to solve this maze, but more importantly, where the snags do I... actually, yeah, just mostly solving this puzzle. But also, I need to get into that 5-star. I need to figure out what is going on there. So let's just do a quick super jump, which frankly is all too gratuitous. Thank you for the delicious snag. Alright, so we need to walk in from the door over there. So the door over there is the door in there. And to get the door in there, we have to go door down there. So we go and we fly and then we discover an entire underground hidden area. Oh, was that where I was supposed to... Okay, that was where I was supposed to go. Noted. Egyptian architecture feels very Talos Principle. Yes. I've definitely mentioned that quite a bit. It reminds me a lot of Talos Principle. Things all stitched together. You have to tell me how many times you got scared. Grand total is 152. Nice. This is kind of a easier one. I'm okay with that though. I'm gonna get some easy W. Alright. They're gonna make me work for it still, it looks like. You know snakes, they sure love working it. You gotta make those snags somehow. But if you are too spooked out and you've got to skedaddle, that is no problem. Appreciate you for stopping on by. Streaming is hard work, especially when you're streaming. Streaming and screaming. So, at the very least, I implore you, you know, stand up and piss. No, wait, no. Stand up and wiggle it out. Leave a piss. Take a water. Do not stand up and immediately piss. You'll make a huge mess. I'm not going to clean it up. You'll have to clean it up. And just don't do that. Don't do that. I see how it is, Chimera. I see how it is. Winding me up, throwing me through, slinging me a cold one, but it's actually an explosive one. Rude. Standing and pissing. Got it. No! Don't do it! Don't do what I say. Say what I do. Wait. No. What is this? Scooby-Doo? Firmly grasp the snake. Alright. There we go. We got our little hide and seek. I mean, this is the first thing he said. No! Ah, shice. It seems all that wiggling around. It seems I've caught a bit of the chaos. So you know, this is perfectly fine. Simply a draconic affliction. Y'all are perfectly safe. But we should be a-okay soon. But until then, I'm going to be a Technicolor Skittle Rainbow. I definitely like spooky games now and then myself. Soma was quite delightful. Certainly up there with games that I wish I could erase my memory of playing just so I could play them all over again. Yeah, go piss. No need to do a gamer reload on my part. For anyone who doesn't know, the gamer reload. So I mean, you got all those Mountain Dew bottles you've been chugging, and now they're empty. And you can't just step away from your gaming time. Well, that's where the gaming reload comes in handy. Just make sure you separate the newly filled Mountain Dew bottles from your undrunk Mountain Dew bottles. That's just, no, this, you only make that mistake once, let me tell you. Get to the exit. I don't even know where the start is. I'm just kind of running around, man. I'm just running around. You'd think the smell, yeah, well, I mean, there is the gamer funk, you know, the gamer funk tends to... Well, Goat, I hope you are Baja blasting off again, because if y'all want to know all the things you should or should not be doing with animals, such as kissing them, or not kissing them, you should check out the Goat Homozygote for all your sciencey knowledge, information, and general hilarity. It is a good time hanging out over at their place whenever they stream, especially like, and this is with like very big air quotes around like the part where Homozygote goes around clipping people out of context and then puts them in a bit gotcha that will then see their voices combined. It's like it's the thing about streaming is sometimes you say some shit and you shouldn't have, you just gotta, the mind runs ahead, or the mouth runs ahead of the mind, and you just gotta stop clipping today's. Honestly, Homozygote, I feel like clipping the Dolly Slug Digimondays is an entire full-time job in and of itself. I almost feel like you need a separate queue for just Slug and Dolly. What's wrong with kissing animals? There's been, and correct me if I'm misspeaking, Homozygote, there's been some cases of bird flu jumping to livestock recently. And there is, I want to say something regarding swine flu as well. So it's just like, animals are a vector for diseases to mutate and transmit to humans. So even if a disease is not currently infecting humans, it jumping to other animals is a mutation, and any mutation carries a chance it will be able to take hold in humans and then further mutate and replicate. Oh, well, why kiss animals are... oh yeah, where's my fucking health insurance? Well, Oh, Goat. If you wanted health insurance, you should have thought of that before you were born in America. All right, this is a 5 difficulty puzzle. This feels deceptively simple. I feel like I'm going to be baited and outsmarted. But let's see who's the masturbator here. Wait. I hate everything. Is that where I went wrong? Like wearing a... Yeah, unfortunately, your spawn point in the game of life does determine quite a few things. And it is very much outside our control. Also, is this like puzzles from the paper plus towels principle? I don't know what the paper is. So Islands of Insight, it's basically an open world, just game full of puzzles. And there's a pretty big variety of puzzles. There is other people actually like running around. So you can kind of group up with people and do some puzzle solving.
Hold on, give me a second. Oh crap!
No. Oh shit, the frogs! Shit. Oh no, get away from the puzzle! No, I'm just solving it! Shit! Fuck! Oh, come on! It does have a lot of like, it does seem very Talos principally though. Both like the aesthetics and also like our character. The characters have like this metallic statue-esque sort of thing going on that, I mean, I kind of vibe with it. I think it's pretty sweet. Yeah, I believe puzzles generally are the same for everyone, but I do think some puzzles may be different depending on who's talking to them, because I think I've found some puzzles that change whenever, like, it was a series of puzzles, and whenever I failed the series, like, I had to solve a bunch of puzzles successfully consecutively to solve the overall puzzle. And I think I failed it on my first try, and when I went to redo it, I had a different set of puzzles. So I don't exactly know how the multiplayer aspect is handled, but for the most part, you know, we've got these match the patterns. There's been ones where it feels a little like Minesweepery, where it's like you need to have like 3 of this color all enclosed. There's mazes. There's some kind of optical illusion kind of stuff where you have to like align things and like find a point in between all of the circles where it goes through all of some circles but doesn't go through others. There's also stuff for exploration. So like that gate right there was actually completely invisible until I got close to it and passing through it. So like, and I'm like just barely in the game. This is like only the second time I've played, and you can see like this is the starting area and there's all these occluded areas. There's definitely been a couple puzzles that we've like had to do things to unlock them. So I've been pretty happy with the variety of possible puzzles and the way they mix things up. There's also Vista puzzles, but that's going to be a puzzle that I'm not doing because I'm not good at those kinds of things where you like have a screenshot of a location and then you need to go and find that location in the world and line it up. It's just not my kind of puzzle. But yes. We play the viewfinder yet. The viewfinder is also, thanks for resubscribing, Homozygote. I fucking just blasted on past that. Fucking 5 months. Time flies when you're a worm that can't fly because you're a ground worm. Anyway. Yeah, the viewfinder I thought was what I call Vista puzzles, where it's like the little sphere hovering or the circle, the concave circle hovering in the air that you carry around. There's also like these fractal puzzles where you have like a fractal and you have to make it match another fractal. And those ones are kind of mind bending. Okay, so this goes 0, 1, 1, 2. This goes 2, 3, 3, 4. So this should go 1, 2, 2, 3. No, this should go 1, 2, 3, 3. This should go 1, 2, 3. I think. So if this is a 3, I think it's going to be like this. Because that's the one that's not made yet. For the 2, I think it's going to be like this. And then this one will be like this. Fuck. Like this one. It's weird to see the same patterns in other things. Yes. Alright, let's do some foresight. This is wrong. I see. That one has to be white. Well, no, that makes this 2 as well. That has to be white. So is this... All right, I need you to move spacebar. Hold on. I wanna look at the... No! Go away! I want to look at the... I need to look at this section. I need to look at this section. I need... all right. Okay. All right, we're going to chalk this up to a minor detriment of UI design. I need to move that out of the way because I wanted to look at the whole thing as a pattern. I am glad that we were able to get much closer on that 5 than the last 5, which still made no god's damned sense. All right, let's check out the 3 for a second. Sorry, I think my brain just fucking rebooted. It's a binary clock, Dreki. I see what's happening. I mean, this is so... This kind of makes me think of Fibonacci. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. The spirals! What do they mean? That's a pleasing puzzle. I like that. Wait a second. Wait a second. Chat, is this Conway's game of life rules? Let's... Okay, so if we're going by Conway's game of life, so this was empty and has 3 neighbors. This has 3 neighbors. This has too many neighbors, so it's not dead. This one starves. No. This one lives because it has two neighbors. This one lives. Ah! Holy crab cakes! The raids on raids on raids. Welcome on by. Coop Raccoon, welcome, welcome, welcome. Always a fan of a fellow aminal. Welcome to the Ziggurat, Blackfur Topaz, and welcome to the Ziggurat, Deadly Wrath of Darkness. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And Speedstar, holy shit. No, you're assaulting me. Ooh, playing some Persona 3. Well, Coop, I don't know how long you were streaming, but streaming is hard work. So at the very least, I implore you, stand up, wiggle it out, leave a piss, take a water, do it all at the same time. Don't do it all at the same time. You just make a huge mess. I'm not gonna clean it up. You're gonna have to clean it up. I mean, you got fur, you know, it soaks into the fur, and then you gotta like throw yourself into the dryer on, you know, fucking the the low speed setting. It's just a whole mess. If y'all don't know me, I'm Dreki Ormer, the Draconic Serpent, the Flightless Dragon, or simply Worm on the internet. We're playing some Islands of Insight. It's like a multiplayer puzzle game. Also, hey, Glottal. It's ironic that it's Game of Life rules, because I literally went on a tangent a while ago talking about the Game of Life. I can't remember why I went and talked about it, and we went and put up my whole name in the Game of Life to see what would happen. And it turns out I become 3 squares, so that's cool, I guess. Is it 1 or 2 star? No, this only has 1. Or this one has 1 neighbor, so it should perish. That has 1 neighbor, so it should perish. That has 2 neighbors, so it should live. This... Does this spawn? No. That should starve. That should starve. No, it needs 3 to spawn. Congrats on becoming squares. Yes, it was an interesting transition. Certainly not the one I expected, but one that we can receive. This is embarrassing that I can't remember the rules on this one. Okay, hold on. Let's clear this out real quick. So, middle one has 4 neighbors spawned. So, 3 neighbors. So it's not 3 neighbors, it's 4 to spawn. To make it here. And then... So these 2 will both perish. So those are all gone. Is the dark squares alive or dead here, though? If the dark squares have to be alive. We lifing? Yes. We're lifing. We've been transported in the game. And if you die in real life, you die in the game. And I am completely borking the Game of Life, which is embarrassing. Quite embarrassing. Alright, so if there's only 2, then it will perish. So that should perish. Does this just become a dot? No. No. This has 3. It doesn't spawn 1. There's 2 and it spawns. That doesn't make sense. Yeah. Feel free to chime in. I feel like my brain is erring on the rules of the game of life. It's not negative spaces. You see, So let's bring up the rules for the game of life real quick. And then let's walk through that. Bottom row only has black tiles, where the top row does not. Oh. Oh, so the top row, it's dark as alive. Bottom row, white is alive. Good fucking catch. I was definitely stuck on thinking black is alive. That's tricky. I should have noticed that when I was like, wait a minute, the rules aren't lining up. Yeah. We're actually a game of life. It'd have a much higher rating. I feel like this is still the game of life because this looks kind of like a glider, but I think the rules were inverted. I don't know. Maybe it isn't the game of life. I'm not going to spend the time to process it. 1 second. Had to grab something. Whee! Cellular automata would be overthinking it. Ooh, we got a Mirabilis. Right. So what is the game of life? I am happy to once again digress because it is very, very fascinating. So it should be this. No. It should be this. Right. We go to game and then we turn this on. So, the game of life is a little, it's sort of a game. It's called Conway's Game of Life. You can find some websites that do like simulations of it so you can play around with it yourself. But it has very simple rules. If a cell has 1 or no neighbors, it perishes. If it has 4 or more neighbors, it perishes. If there are 2 or 3 neighbors, it survives. And if there are 3 neighbors, it spawns. So there's a lot of really interesting interactions that come about from these very simple rules. And there are some really, really cool papers written on the subject of the game of life. And they see like certain combinations of spaces, you start getting things like gliders, which is basically a set of characters that will inch their way across the screen, but never like perish themselves. You get things like spawners, which will spawn, like, I think there's some very common patterns of like, there's like a spawner that will spawn gliders and it kind of like spits out a glider in a certain direction. It just repeats forever. And then there's also just certain patterns that will always resolve into a more permanent state, or some that kind of oscillate between states, but never fully resolve into a final state. But if you put Conway's Game of Life into Google, something fun happens. Ooh, interesting. Also Turing complete, so you can implement it in itself, for example. Game of Life squared. I don't know. I feel like one life is already hard enough. But yeah, highly recommend giving it a gander sometime, or at least maybe reading about it. Sometimes it's fun to just learn things. Be like, that's neat. All right, on to puzzling. What do we have left? We have 3 crystal labyrinths left. What? Where the fuck are the rest of those crystal labyrinths? You know what they say, life is complicated. Life finds a way. Where is the entrance to some more of those labyrinthine puzzles? I don't know where I'm going. I'm just going this way. It's like a box of computers. You never know where you're going to, and it's crashing. Yeah. Yeah. That's a mood. But if you like puzzles, you should check out Glottal. Because Glottal not only does amazing art and rigging on their streams, a wonderful person, they are a Tetris maestro doing all sorts of fun Tetris things. I saw the other day Glottal playing a devilish Tetris variant where you play Tetris and Minesweeper at the same time. Like, as the Tetronymos are dropping, there are also hidden blocks of mines, and so to actually clear a row, you also have to flag mines and not click on them, while also making rows. I don't know which is worse, that or the Tetris that has physics, and it's like sand, which makes it very frustrating to make rows because it like collapses into sand. How does that even work? Hard. Difficultly. An old Glottal there gave it the old what for? What have you? The completionist in me is suffering from not knowing where these other 3 puzzles start. Of course, it's irritating. It gets everywhere. I'm saying Tetris is just bullshit. It's not about Tetris at all. I hate it. It's Tetris. It's a Tetris poser. I keep falling, falling for you, falling down, down, down. Where, oh, where will I fall? As long as I fall to you. Hey yo, hey yo. This goes up, but why? Why up? Why not down? Why not get on the ground? And dinosaur. Literally nothing. The ceiling that goes nowhere. All right. 3 more glass crystal labyrinths in here, but where the f does there start? That's the question. Get on the floor, Dreki soar. Rawr! Rawr! Fear me! I'm a fearsome dinosaur. Rawr! Rawr! Cower before me! Bring me your sacrifices of delicious fruits. That just reminds me, I want some lychees. I haven't had lychees in a long... What? What? I just... Crystal Labyrinth solved! How? I didn't even know I was working on one! I'm so confused! What did I even do? Come on, man!